Hello, dear students. In our previous lecture of fermentation technology, we have already started with the microbial transformation of steroids, in which we have already seen that the microbial transformation is nothing but the process in which transformation of organic compound is carried out with the help of microorganisms, and this process is known as microbial transformation, in which we have already seen the different types of microbial transformation of steroids. In our today's lecture, we are going to see the commercial development of steroidal products at the fermentation level. It involves the various processes by which a steroidal product can be produced at the commercial level, which involves the addition of culture in the fermentation tank. Then the various aeration and agitation processes are employed, in which a steroid is dissolved in the suitable quantity by the addition of solvents. At the different growth stages of microorganisms, and then our final product is synthesized in the reasonable time. So these, in the short, these are the five important steps which are carried out in the production of steroidal products. We'll study all these process in detail by studying the methods of steroidal transformation. Here, a sequence of reactions are carried out to accomplish the steroid transformation. Now, what is the sequence? That we will see one by one. Our first process is inoculum development. Now, where here in the first process, the development of vegetative or spore inoculum of microorganism on a suitable medium is carried out. On a suitable media, the desired microorganism is grown and a proper vegetative or spore inoculum is developed. Now, depending on a type of product we need to generate, the species may vary. Here we can use different types of fungi like Aspergillus niger or Rhizopus species can be used. Then different types of bacteria can also be used like Corynebacterium simplex, Streptomyces species can be used, Bacillus species can be used in such process. So for our first step is inoculum development, in which a proper medium is designed and a vegetative or spore inoculum is developed. After the inoculum development, our next step is preparation of extract of steroid. A proper steroid extract is prepared by using water. By using water, we can prepare a preparation of water extract of the steroid, or even here we can use acetone or propylene glycol or dimethyl formide. By in simple words, steroid is mixed in acetone or water or propylene glycol, and by this way a proper extract of steroid is prepared. After the preparation of this extract, our next step is addition of steroid substrate, means our extract which we have developed. This extract we have to add in the growing culture, and then the incubation process is carried out. This incubation period now depends on the type of species and the type of product which we need to produce. Generally, specifically, the incubation period here is carried out up to 1 to 15 days. After 1 to 15 days, the proper product is produced in our fermentation tank, and then our next step is extraction. Here, the extraction of the transformed product. Now, our product is properly transformed, and this transformed product is then extracted by using various different types of chemicals like methyl chloride or chloroform or ethyl acetate. By using any of it, we can extract our desired transformed product. And after extraction, we need to purify our desired product, and the purification of the compounds can be carried out by using column chromatography, using suitable eluents and adsorbing agents. Purification can be carried out by using column chromatography, and these column chromatography, as we know, we need suitable eluents and adsorbing agents are used here, and our product is easily purified. After purification process, we need to check whether our desired product is produced or not, and this identification is carried out on the basis of various physical and chemical properties of that product. For example, color, then crystallization property, its melting point, molecular weight, then various NMR spectrum or IR spectrum is carried out, and then finally the reaction with the reagent using standard organic chemistry procedure is done on the product which is formed. These are the different steps for the production of transformed steroidal products, which includes inoculum development, preparation of extract of steroids, addition of steroid substrate to the growing culture, incubation, extraction, and our final step is purification. Now here are the various fermentation conditions of some of the steroids. Now, as we have discussed earlier, our first step was inoculum development. Now, depending on the type of product, the inoculum or the type of microorganism also changes. For example, here you can see if we use Alkaligenes fecalis, if the microorganism used is our Alkaligenes fecalis, then here the steroid substrate which is used is our cholic acid. This cholic acid is used for the production of ketocholic acid. Here a ketocholic acid is used by using Alkaligenes fecalis, and here the length of incubation is near about 2 days. In 2 days, this biotransformation of cholic acid can easily carried out. By using same substrate, we can use 4 different types of steroidal products. Here you can see in the tabular form. Then second example is of Fusarium solani species. If Fusarium solani species is used, it can transform progesterone into 1,4-androstenedione 317 dione, and which requires 4 days of incubation period at 25 degrees Celsius on the rotary shaker. Means continuous agitation is required for the production of the steroid product. Another example given here is of Corynebacterium species. This Corynebacterium species can also produce a steroid product in 6 days at 36 to 37 degrees Celsius in proper aeration and agitation conditions. So these were all the commercial production of steroidal products. Now, as we all know that steroid products can be produced by biological processes as well as by chemical process. But there are certain advantages of using the biotransformation process. Now, what are the advantages of using this process is that the microorganisms have the ability to produce different number of enzymes in the less time. Microorganisms can easily produce the enzymes by using less substrate in the less time. So these process have the larger advantages that the steroid product can be produced in lesser time as compared to the chemical processes. Then the second advantage is microorganisms have the ability to produce a novel enzyme which can have the ability to catalyze the various reactions or to convert the foreign substrate in the desired product. Next advantage is that the microorganisms are capable of producing unique enzymes which are suitable towards heat, alkali and acid. Means during various reactions heat generation is carried out or the pH of substrate changes. Then under such conditions also those enzyme can remain stable and reaction can be carried out smoothly. So the microorganism which have the ability to produce such enzymes are highly used in biotransformation process. In certain processes the combination of microbial transformation and chemical transformation is also used. For the conversion or the transformation of organic compounds. So these were few advantages of microbial transformation, which includes the development of novel enzyme, the development of stable enzymes. In the lesser time, the transformation process can be carried out at the large extent. But these microbial biotransformation also has some disadvantages, which includes if the substrate which we have used at the fermentation level is toxic in nature, then due to its toxic nature our microorganism may get killed, and if the microorganism is killed then it does not have the ability to produce the enzyme, and ultimately the transformation process will not be carried out, which will lead to an commercial or economic loss to the producer. Next disadvantage is that if the microorganism uses the substrate for its growth or energy purpose, then ultimately those products cannot be desiredly converted or transformed in the desired product in the required quantity. It means that if the microorganism uses the substrate as an energy source, no transformation will be carried out and ultimately the desired product cannot be recovered. Very low chemical yield can be obtained due to involvement of the complex biological system. If the metabolic processes carried out by the microorganism is very complex, then the desired quantity of product cannot be obtained at the fermentation level. Various processes carried out by the microorganism are not yet understood properly, so the steroidal transformation carried out by the microorganism of different species is yet not understood properly, which also has a great disadvantage in the biotransformation process. So these are the few disadvantages of microbial transformation of steroids. Here are the few references which you can use to collect the notes of biotransformation process. Thank you.